Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Good chilly start to the morning at 19 degrees just before sunrise. A spectacular, glowing, gorgeous, stunning sunrise here in central Illinois in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area, right? Bloomington, Illinois, in central Illinois. It's a phenomenal sunrise with some high clouds streaming in from the west as we had a departing cold front overnight that has led to the coldest temperatures of the late fall and late November morning here, and we currently sit at, actually it's tying for the coldest morning at 19 degrees this morning, right? So it's definitely chilly, but I don't mind it. And to all my people in the upper Midwest, High Plains, Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, after a brief warm-up to end November, in the first 3 or 4 or 5 days of December, there's some Arctic air that's about to get unleashed from about November 5th in the upper Midwest to the November 10th time frame, and it looks to settle in maybe for a couple of weeks, and that would be a very, very dire situation when it comes to the energy crisis in the United States, as we have extremely high energy prices right now and extremely low supply, and that makes for a disaster in the wintertime if we get extended cold air into the heavily populated areas in the United States, right? So we've been on top of that at Michigan Snow Forecast Gold Standard. But as we move on with that, we can see the Bitcoin in this rising wedge that we've been talking about for a long time now, because it's been in here for a long time. You can see it broke out of it, kind of. Had a little bit of a volume pump back there. You can see that down on the bottom left, right above the 12 o'clock, right? And then you can see the price came through the uptrending blue line and that rising wedge. And then it back tested, it came back up, it got rejected, right? So that's, now we're coming down and trying to form a double bottom, a local double bottom after the breakdown. And maybe there could be some buyers there, right? Like right there. And then you could try to trade back up into here, right? So that's what we're going to watch out for in Bitcoin today. Do you come down a little bit more? Fucking turn, dude. And then do you come up and back test this again for a second time and then maybe get back in there and come up there, right? Or you're just going to get rejected here and you're going to trade down to here, which is the most likely solution, is 50,069 before you come up to 65,469, right? So that's what's going on in Bitcoin. The coins are not doing very well this morning, but they're not doing horrible either. They're just kind of, most of them are slightly down. And most of them are just retesting lows that they hit on Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning. Some of them did it Sunday morning, some did it Sunday afternoon, right? So you can see the Dogecoin is sitting out just above that green ring, which it keeps getting supported just above it, right? So it's trying to hold some support, but I think you're coming to retest that green ring again. And you know, if you fail that, you come down to the next green ring, which is way down there. It's a lot bigger of a drop this time if you can't hold support. So we're going to watch out to see if you hold support, can you bounce back up and hit this upper trend line up there? So that's what we're watching for in the Doge, right? Everyone's favorite Dogecoin. The XRP is the same thing. We've been all over this. And now you're on the bottom side, it looks like, of that volume indicator, the green support box, again, right? So that's bearish. And if you get rejected, you're going to trade all the way down towards that 92-cent target. And then we can re-diagnose, sniff out, and detect what may happen from there. So that's what I would watch out for today. If you get any kind of bounce in XRP today, the major resistance is right above it, all into these moving averages. If we move the price note down into the current time frame, the current day, you can see the major overhead resistance is at $1.10 again. You got the 50, the 100, and the 200 all stacked up there, waiting for the price to come in there to beat it down, bam, right to the floor, right? So that's what we're going to watch out for in the XRP today. And if we scroll across the rest of the coins down here, you can see Ethereum Classic's getting hammered. Ethereum slightly down. Matic is down a little bit. Algo is down 3%. It's been getting hammered recently. USD coin's down 4%, but it's been on a phenomenal pump. Chainlink's down 6%. SOL is getting hammered now. It's down 5%, but it's down probably 60% from the top. Shiba coin continues to fall. And the rest of the coins continues to depress, right? If we look at HBAR is getting hammered. XPR is getting hammered. Dent, let's check out Dent for Jerome. We haven't done an update today. And right now, Dent's at that perfect double bottom that it swung off of. And I do believe as long as we're below that 200-day and 3 or 4 hour time frame, Jerome, Jeremy, and the rest of my Dent followers, lovely subscribers, know that means this is bearish. And right now, today, as you can see, get that off just for transparency so we can see what's going on, bring that to current day, right? You can see if you pump up from where you're at now, it's the same thing as it did back there. It'll be the same thing. You're going to get chopped down the moving averages. There's very heavy sell pressure up there. So if we can't get on top of that 200-day with some volume and then close above it in a 3 or 4 hour candle, you're very bearish because you've been getting beaten down by these moving averages. And Jerome, that's what I would watch out for today. If you get a pump, come up to that moving average where we got that price note, get knocked down and come down to as the price now has moved along. Down there, just above the shit house is what I would watch out for. If you want to get bullish, you got to get above this 200-day moving average and then back test it as support and then break that old high and start to move up. And that would be a safer enter position on a swing trade if you are to try to get bullish, right? So that's what we're looking at with the Dent and around the coin sphere. Not a whole lot else is going on. As we get into work, we're about to pull in. We'll give you some more updates as we settle on into our Monday VINCENZO'S gold crypto investing. What the fuck is that guy doing? Guy's swerving all over the fucking place. Right? I don't know what he's doing. And as we get very excited too, as I start rambling, and we kind of scroll the coins list together. The Michigan, Ohio State for the Big Ten East Championship is on Saturday in Ann Arbor. And they open up as 7.5 point favorites to the Ohio State criminal gangster cartel. 7.5 point favorites they opened up in Vegas last night. That's incredible. I might take those 7.5 or wait till it gets bought up to about 10, right? And it should be a fun game. Unfortunately, I expect the worst but hope for the best, right? Kind of like you guys are doing with these coins right now. It's been very bearish the last 2 weeks or so. The Bitcoin ETF got rejected by the United States government again, and trading assholes that come up that make the decisions. They gave you the Bitcoin futures ETF, but the Bitcoin spot price ETF they rejected down, bam, again. You know, every time they want to get that fucking thing, it gets rejected. But I think you got a lot of buying of the hype with the Bitcoin ETF that propelled it for an extra month and got you to its all-time high twice. And now some of that momentum is starting to die out, right? So we're going to keep an eye on the coins as the day progresses and we settle on it. And once again, after the 20th of November, all future low pressures must be snow. I don't have time for no more rain events after the 20th of October. The 20th of November, all rain events will be tossed. I just have too much to do. Peace and love. Peace and love.